commenting on some spectacular performance by Timmy and Nikhil, you know, all the usual stuff. But something they've said that really resonated with me was how historically we've done well, and then we lose all of our good runners, and then we think, all right, well, that was fun, you know, good while it lasted. But then we have some guys step up, and then we fill in that gap, and then we lose them again, you know. We have the Rips, and then we lose the Rips, and then we have Vinci and Colin and Winston, and we lose Vinci and Colin and Winston, and now we have Nikhil and Zabi, and then now we're losing Nikhil and Zabi. But I'm confident because we have Sam, and we have Timmy, and we have Dexter, and we have Tommy, and they're going to step up. And then we're going to lose them, and there's going to be some freshmen. Maybe it's Mike Casey, maybe it's Jacobson, I don't know. But someone's going to step up, and someone's going to take over that mantle, and that legacy is yours now. It's yours. And I think I'm confident that we're going to do well. I mean, every year, Waiton says every year they look at it and they say this is the year where we're going to suck, and it's the year where we do really well. So I'm proud to have said that I was a part of 2 years at least where we were really good, and I think that comes into my regret is that I hadn't gotten into this sport a lot sooner, which I find kind of funny because I'm good friends with Tom Vinci, who was one of our best runners last year, and he never convinced me to get in until the end of my sophomore year, and I was like, all right, this is gonna suck, because Waiton likes to say, he was kind not to say today, but I was really fat when I started running. He likes to kid around and talk about how the girls hated me. I had the nicest breasts on the team. No, he's kidding around because I've come a long way because I just listened to what he had to say, and you know, he'd say, all right, you know, good workout, but you can do a lot better. And I remember particularly one workout in my first summer where I had, he told me, all right, just try 3 loops on Greenway, and you know, we'll take it from there. You can come off. And I did the 3. I was like, I could do like 1 more. So I did 1 more. I could do 1 more. I did another, and I could do 1 more. And I ended up doing 6, which I think was just the regular C group workout. And at the end of it, Waiton came up to me and said, you know what, Cameron, that was the performance of the day. And I was like, you're kidding, right? I mean, you have these guys doing like 15 of them. But he was right. There was something to be said about someone coming from just nothing. I'd never really done much of anything really strenuous on my body before that was anything close to this, and I had done it, and I had stepped up, and I had done something extraordinary personally for me. And that's what I'm going to dwell on, is that I had started with nothing, and I'm leaving with, you know, everything. And so when you guys are coming up here, and you're looking back, and I think Will said eloquently, when I'm 35 and I'm looking, I'm not going to remember that, hey, I had a 5-minute mile. I'm going to think, I came here, I learned lessons that are going to serve me for the rest of my life. I'm basing my college decisions off of who has a good cross-country club. Like, you go up to me 3 years ago and say, hey, Cameron, you're going to be a halfway decent cross-country runner. I'm like, get out of here. But no, this is the most rewarding thing I've ever done with my life, and I want to thank Coach Waiton for kicking my ass into shape. I want to thank Coach Siegel for kicking me softer, and I want to thank Coach Gracie for being an even more kind of level-headed and benevolent force. These are some of the best people I've had the pleasure to know in my life, and go ahead and give them a round of applause too, because they make this team fantastic. And I want to thank all of you, my team. You're my family, and while we have a lot of spectacular individuals, I think it's the unit that works together very cohesively, and so spectacularly year in and year out. You've made my life so much better. Thank you.
Okay, when I was a freshman, I told myself that I was going to write a list of inside jokes and say every single one up here, but I didn't even write one. I remember there was one that me and Siegel had, and I said, I will definitely say that, but I can't even think about what the topic was. So Anyways, like every year I've looked up here and seen my role models and thought, oh, I wonder what I'm going to say. Like I've seen Nicole and I've been like, oh, that seems so far from now. I'm going to be so old. And I just like can't believe this day has come, but this program has given me so much. And when I was in 8th grade, my best friend Julia convinced me to do cross country, and after the first practice I cried and said I hated running and would never do it again. But my mom made me stick through the season, and then I did track and liked it better. So I was like, okay, I'll do track, and Julia was like, no, you're gonna do cross country too. And I was like, is that a joke? And then we saw practice, and we saw a coach holding a yardstick, screaming at 2 brunette twins, and I said, I am never doing that. But thankfully I met the nice level-headed girls coach, so he kind of convinced me to come out, and I was like, okay, maybe I won't see yardstick guy. So the first day of practice, I remember actually Nicole came up to me and was like, oh, like, this is such a great program, you're going to be so happy to be here, and I was like, okay, my Julia made me do this. So, and I just stuck with it, and I just can't believe how much this program has given me. And I know Will and Cameron have said this, but like, as I'm disappointed in my own season, but a little blonde in the kitchen friend of mine who used to play tennis told me to look at 4 years as a whole and not just one. And I realized that everything, all the relationships are made are what's really going to be what I take away from this program. And Mr. Whedon and Mr. Siegel and Mrs. Bracey have all given me like the best 4 years, and I just can't imagine what it would be like if Julia hadn't convinced me, and I had done volleyball, which I suck at, so I don't know why I ever thought that'd be a good idea. But there is a quote that I really like, and it's called I've learned people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And I know that's really cheesy, but this team has given me so many great memories, not so much my running, but just they made me all so happy, like giving me a cupcake on my birthday, or like Allie like singing songs with me, like everything is just, I can't even put it into words, but thank you so, so much, and I love you all. And thank you, Siegel, for always like making me feel better. You've always cheered me up when Wayman has and Bracey, same to you. You have just been a great shoulder and such a caring person, and I'm just so thankful you came this year. And Jim, and my parents, and like also Whedon, because you taught me so much, and even though you've been hard on me, I never would have had half of the success that I've ever had and learned so much about life if I hadn't done this. So thank you so much.
Hi. Okay. So I moved from India last year, so this is my first season of high school cross country. But this one season was just enough to completely change me. I mean, when I first joined the distance team, when in spring track, I was a stupid weakling, and I mean, yeah. So I mean, I used to cut practice, and I used to make stupid excuses for not running and practicing. But so obviously, Coach Whedon said that he'd kick me off the team. But but that was really the turning point, because after that I really started putting my effort into practice, and because of all of you, you're all really supportive. So I really started to improve, and I mean my mental capacity and strength improved so much that by the end of the season I was running until I completely destroyed my legs. But I think that was, I really like to thank Coach Whedon, Coach Siegel, Coach Bracey, Jim, my parents, and all of you for being really supportive to me. And I think that without you guys, I would never be what I am today. Thanks.
Before I start my speech, I'm not good with speeches, so, okay. This year is my first time doing cross country. It's the best experience I ever had. I regret not doing it when I came to high school. I made so many memories in cross country. Cross country, I never thought I would do cross country because I never thought I would run so far, but actually I was surprised of myself that I actually could run like long miles, like 8-10 miles. I want to thank Coach Layton and Siegel and Coach Tracy for coaching me, and you're the best coaches I ever had. Thank you.
I wasn't really planning on speaking, but I felt like I owed everyone here a thank you. When Rafi convinced me to join track sophomore year, I had no idea the family that I was joining. The people I've met here, the friends that I've made friends that they don't give up on you, you know? Like I would cut practice all the time, but Rafi would stay outside the bathroom when I said I was leaving to make sure I finished my 400s. And you know, I just can't thank you guys enough. The discipline that I got from this team, and the I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think it's been a pretty well-known fact in New Jersey that Coach Layton's the best coach in all of the state, and it's been like I think nobody in this room could really dispute that, and I don't think anybody in the state would dispute that, even those guys at CBA. But you know, we go to this a meet like Nike Nationals. It's all teams. It's all like these storied programs like American Folk. There's Fork. There's like Fayetteville, Manlius. They're like these programs have been around for a long time. They're just like they're just powerhouses that that obviously like you have to have someone at the helm of those. But honestly, I would put any of those coaches, I would put my coach against any of those coaches because I think he's a running genius. He knows so much about the sport. When he was a runner, he doesn't think that he really had talent, but obviously he did, and he kind of put his talent was his ability to really get out of everything, get something out of every workout that he did, every run that he did, and he puts that into us. And so when I look at those coaches, I see programs that, you know, I could have been on a successful program there or something like that, but I wouldn't have a coach like this. And I think that in some ways, I would have liked to have my team at Nike Nationals. Like it would have been an amazing time. And we didn't really have the season that we would have liked. Like we think that we could have gone past regionals at the beginning of the season. I thought that we would, but it didn't happen. But I think that the season taught so much to all of us. I mean, like Timmy had his breakout year. Sam kind of jumped out of that ditch that he kind of dug himself into the past couple of years. And it's an amazing experience these 4 years. And I wasn't always a varsity letter winner. I made JV my freshman year, and that kind of that put a chip on my shoulder. And that should put a chip on anyone's shoulder that is JV today and they think that they should have been varsity. So just remember, it doesn't matter what you were as a freshman. It really matters how you finish out your career. And I even learned that from somebody on the team that, you know, Layton doesn't always. Well, Thomas Vinci was a great role model for me because he just finished out his senior year and he taught me so much. Carnsetia taught me so much, and it's all been people on this team. So I just want to thank this team. Thank you for all the great time that I've had and the lessons. And I guess my parents as well, because, you know, my parents, they taught me the lessons that everybody says was taught on this team, and they taught me that before everything else. And I just want to thank them for that. And, you know, Layton reinforced that every day, but it was them who taught it to me first. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody, both the young people in the room and for the parents. You really are an elite class of people. and you are to be commended. I hope everyone walks out of this room tonight feeling as though I feel. Each and every day I walk out and I say to myself, I'm the luckiest man alive when it comes to, I'm very lucky, I'm very fortunate, and part of that is the people I choose to be around each and every day. It's the kids in this room. I have the greatest job on earth, and I'm so thankful to you kids and from the support of the parents for that. I know Coach Siegel and Coach Bracey feel the exact same way. We have dessert in the back of the room, and I'm sure you guys all stick around and you have all the pictures. Seniors, you have a gift up here. I believe the girls have a name on the bag? Your name is on the bag. We have a wonderful shirt for the boys, and we have blankies for the girls, and just something that you can take with you throughout life. Thanks so much for a wonderful day. Thanks so much for a wonderful season, and that's a wrap.